Rexall plays in Edmonton. Blues and Oilers are Dobbs starting goaltenders. Brian Elliott back in goal. His last game was a 3-2 overtime loss in Ottawa. And Ilya Bryzgalov goes for the Oilers. Only one win on the year. That was in Nashville in late November. David Backes returns tonight after missing the last game. Actually, the last couple against Montreal and San Jose. And last night, he had dinner with his former teammate, David Perron. And Perron is having a breakout year this year for the Oilers, leading them with 14 goals. And he is in the starting lineup on a line with Boyd Gordon and the veteran Ryan Smith. So Backes, Steen, and Oshie start for the Blues. And Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. First of 3 regular season meetings between the Blues and Oilers. As Jay Bouwmeester flips it in. Oshie centers it. That's tipped by Steen to the corner. An Oiler player goes down. That is Gordon. And now it trickles near the line. Kept in. Oshie for Backes. And that pass just off the mark.
And Gordon was about to head off the ice after that puck deflected off the stick, came up and hit Boyd Gordon, their best face-off man, in the looked like it got him right up in the chin or right in the chiclet area. He's going to go right off, but as he was exiting the ice, the play was going all the way back in his own zone. So there's the shot. It comes off the stick of Steen, comes right up and clips him up high. So then Gordon's about to go off. He sees Backes streaking into his own net, and bang, he stays on and breaks up the play.
And now it is Berglund with Tarasenko and Schwartz. Schwartz to the corner for Berglund. Watched by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Bouwmeester comes in. Sends it around. Now Schwartz, whose parents are here tonight, making the drive from Saskatchewan. And Taylor Hall gets it free for Edmonton. On with Jordan Eberle and Nugent-Hopkins. And then Berglund plays one around. Bouwmeester lets it go for Schwartz. Not dressed tonight for the Blues is Adam Kraftel as the lone healthy scratch. Schwartz through center. And he gets it in. The rookie Anton Beloff back to get it. He's played the last 5 years in the KHL. Now another rookie, Joensuu, out of Finland. Jesse Joensuu, number 6. To the corner now in front, and a drive by Lander. Missed the goal. Kept in a shot, blocked, another chance. Elliott to save. Rebound on, what a save there on Lander. As he got the rebound, and Anton Lander, a great chance now, a shot from the line by Hemsky. That bouncing shot was blocked. Hemsky back on the goal. Jackman goes for a spill. Now Hemsky gets it again for Edmonton. Pressured by Brendan Morrow. In the slot, Lander with it, and he hooks it in front. Now back to the line, a shot by Jeff Petrie. Another drive wide. Intense pressure by Edmonton. Another shot, right pad, saved by Elliott. And the puck comes to center ice.
Well, for as good as this line has been offensively, Derek Roy, Chris Stewart, and Brendan Morrow, the one thing they're working on is their defensive play. And there was a lot of turning instead of stops and starts. And boy, were there some glorious scoring chances from Edmonton. What a start for Brian Elliott in goal.
Yeah, they had 3 or 4 grade A chances. And now the youngster, Nail Yakupov, lost it at the line. Here's Payarby, his first shift against his old club. Ian Cole on defense tonight with Koliakovo with the injury to Roman Polak. And the Oilers send it deep. Cole takes a hit. Koliakovo fans on that. Now Yakupov pokes one to the corner. Here's Luke Gadzik. Gadzik gets it back to the line now. And across to Ferentz. Wrist shot. And a pad save again by Elliott. Now Ferentz again. The former Bruin puts it on goal. And Elliott's been a busy man in the first 3:01.
I know from a goaltender's point of view, it's a fun way to get into the game as long as you don't give one up. You get on a roll early on, you get that cardiovascular going, and boy, Elliott sharp to begin this hockey game here. And Joensuu, number 6, the big Finn, he had some glorious scoring chance alongside Anton Lander right off the hop.
And now Oshie moves up ice. Twisting and turning, and a shot, and that was wide.
He gave him the old Nina Hart's going outside, inside, outside. Too bad he missed. That would have been a highlight reel goal right there.
And now the Blues through center. Steen coming off a 2-goal game. Has tied his career high with 24. Now for Taylor Hall. He'll drop it off for Potter. And then flipped in deep by the Oilers. Tarasenko for Berglund. Now to Jackman. And Jackman on for Schwartz. And Jaden Schwartz works it down the wall. In on the forecheck, Berglund. And he comes up with it. In the slot. Schwartz, not a lot of room there. Now makes a play to Berglund. And a backhand pass in the goal crease for Tarasenko. And it's covered by Bryzgalov.
Great play right there by Schwartz and Patrick Berglund as this line has been reunited. Remember, Vladimir Sobotka's on IR. He was centering this line for a large portion after Berglund started the season. And for Tarasenko, he has a chance against fellow Russian goaltender Bryzgalov. And right here's Tarasenko goes off his skate, paddle down for Bryzgalov. Nothing major there. So not a real clean attempt at Bryzgalov.
Now Backes wins the faceoff back for Koliakovo. And then Steen, his pass off a stick to center, grabbed by Nugent Hopkins. Into Ryan Smith, and that just missed by about 3 inches. The veteran Ryan Smith. Here's Perron. He's played a lot with Smith. That shot blocked by Backes. Now Smith grabs it back in the Blues goal. Gets some support there from Perron. And he looks around. On the cycle again for Smith. He is watched closely by Koliakovo. Now Smith again. Trying to get the puck through now for Perron. Looking for the give and go play. It wasn't there. And Perron wanders out high. Nugent Hopkins with it. He darts in, a pass across. And that was intended for Justin Schultz, picked off by the Blues. And it is Steen.
John, because of Boyd Gordon going down earlier, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets some double duty playing alongside Ryan Smith and David Perron, and that was a great shift by that line and gave the Blues a handful going up against the Blues' top defensive line led by Backes.
And now Lander walks in, a shot and a blocker save by Elliott. And pushed away by Derek Roy. Early on, it's all Edmonton. Shots are 6-1 for the home team. Oilers have lost 5 in a row. Blues have gone 4-1-1 in their last 6. And this is Anton Beloff. First year with Edmonton. And Beloff, number 77. That was behind Joensuu. And that will be an icing call against the Oilers.
Quite a start here for the Edmonton Oilers against Alex Pietrangelo and the St. Louis Blues. Gives us a chance to breathe a little bit and get to our Toyota keys to the game here. Solid neutral zone position. The Oilers are guilty of many turnovers between the two blue lines, and you can't get lured into a pond hockey game against this young, exuberant Oilers squad. If so, they'll burn you. You play a straight line, hard game, get the pucks in deep. They don't defend very well, and that's why they're second last in the entire NHL.
And they're not scoring a lot of goals. Only 6 goals scored in their last 5 games, all losses.
Yep. They're 5-on-5. They're minus 27 goals for, goals against. The Blues are plus 24. That's a very telling stat right there.
Now it's Porter winning a battle down low. On with Lapierre and Payarby. But now the Oilers with it, Joensuu. He'll flick it high to center ice. And now a turning Jackman for Payarby. Bryzgalov out to play it. Of course, played the last couple of years in Philadelphia. Originally drafted by Anaheim.
That didn't go very well.
And it cost him a lot of money. As the Oilers send it around, there's Porter playing right wing tonight. Now grabbed by Yakupov, former first overall pick. Up the middle, a shot, and that goes wide. Yakupov trying to center one. Snared by Koliakovo. And off the boards and out for Berglund. Now Berglund and Schwartz wander in. For Jaden Schwartz, centers it, and then Tarasenko grabs it, skates it back on the goal, turns, fires it, and that's blocked, I think, by Yakupov, and it goes out of play. No score. Elliott's been great early.
Well, Brian Elliott's start here in Edmonton has been perfect. His position in the net, very, very calm. Great legs down low. and we'll show you some examples. Right pad, good save. Rebound, Anton Lander robbed again. Watch the right pad again, down in the butterfly, good save right there. And then the point shot from the former Boston Bruins Stanley Cup champion Andrew Ference, and another stop right there off the far side. So a terrific start by Elliott.
And the Blues win the faceoff. Tarasenko for Schwartz. Now to Berglund. He's got some time. Now in front. Oh, wide open chance there. And Tarasenko, I think, had his stick lifted.
Yep.
Then Taylor Hall back. Hall in front. Backhander saved by Elliott. And they bang it in front. And the Blues take over.
That right leg's going to get tired of Elliott. another one flushed to the ice. A great save.
Elliott is one of 13 Canadians on the Blues. And tonight's game is on national TV here in Canada on Hockey Night in Canada. So you know he wants to perform well. The puck is lifted out of play. And the Oilers argue for delay of game, but I don't believe a call will be made.
Nope, just glanced off and out of play. But yes, you're right. Elliott's career against the Oilers, too. You know, 3.05 goals against average. You want to certainly clean up that part of it. And Yaroslav Halak gets the night off after beating his former team, the Montreal Canadiens. Yaro's got a real good record against Edmonton in his career, 7-1-1 with a 1.76 goals against average.
And Yarrow will play Monday in Calgary. Here's a pass by Jackman, doesn't get out. It's Perron from the corner on goal, and Elliott makes that save. And a drive from the line by Beloff, and another stop by Elliott. And they bang away. Shattenkirk gets it back to the Blues. Now on for Steen for Oshie. Oh! And then back to Steen. Beloff went for the big hit on Oshie, and now he goes off. And the puck goes into the netting, and that might be delay of game against Edmonton.
That is. Beloff really steps up there at the blue line. Oshie does a great job of dancing around him, but big Beloff is going to go off. It's a delay of game minor penalty. It glances off his stick, over the glass, and out of play, and the Blues will go on the power play to begin this hockey game. So the 5-on-5 play has been really owned by Dallas Aikens for the large part of this one, halfway through the hockey game. But he gets the explanation for the referee. It doesn't matter how you touch the puck. It glances off his stick and goes out of play. There was the first step up by Beloff right there, and then the play ends up going out of play right there. Clearly out of play, and that's a minor penalty. Probably not within the spirit of that rule. The spirit of that rule was always you have the puck, you're tired, and you fire it over the glass and out of play. But they've called anything from whacking it out of midair to that kind of play where it just glances off your stick. Sometimes that is a frustrating rule.
But it is the rule, and the Blues get their first power play of the night. Blues power play 0 for their last 12. On the year, fifth best at 22%. Back to Bouwmeester, a shot, and that goes wide. Now Tarasenko. Oilers on the kill are 18th in the league at 81.5%. And Petrie fires it down the ice.
That's an area that they have greatly improved on. And even Ken Hitchcock said before the game, not specifically about the penalty kill, but just the defensive core of the Edmonton Oilers are playing a much better game.
Now it is Berglund, and that goes offside. Oilers coming in at 11-23-3. And the Blues, we mentioned the power play. It's been great all year, and 0 for the last 12, Darren. That marks their biggest drought of the year.
Yeah, well, it really started when they had a couple of 4-minute power plays a couple of games ago and weren't able to capitalize on that. And it's something, though, that they've been able to get out of, which is good. Like you said, it's not something that's dragged on and dragged their game down. They seem to pick it up and make the adjustments before it gets too out of hand.
Here's Oshie, pass in front, and that's broken up by the Oilers and fed down the ice by Potter.
And the other reasons why the Blues have had success on the power play is simplicity. Back to the point, walk the line, net front presence, shots and rebounds. And they're getting away with that, getting away from that a little bit.
Now Roy and Steen play catch. That goes low. Oshie is in on Nick Schultz. And a pop three and hammered down the ice by Nugent Hopkins with 40 seconds left in the Blues power play. Shots 8-1 Edmonton, no score. As we approach the midway point of the first period. Now Pietrangelo leaves it for the red-hot Stewart. And he'll cruise in. Stewart, hard pass back to Bouwmeester. Then Pietrangelo, a shot, and that's just wide, and a penalty called here. And I believe it's against the Blues. And it is, as they touch it.
Going to be a high sticking call or a slashing call in the offensive zone. Patrick Berglund isn't even aware that he's made the infraction, but he's going off to the penalty box. You see 21. The stick hits the glove of Andrew Ference and slides up, and of course Ference snaps his head back, puts his glove to his mouth, and the referee sees that reaction. Berglund still is unaware that he's done anything significant on that play.
So we will go 4-on-4 for 15 seconds. And then the Oilers will get their first power play. There was no shots on that power play. Nugent Hopkins and a backhander. Glove save Elliott. And it comes around for Steen. Now on to Pietrangelo. Steen at the line. Leaves it. Beloff is back, so Edmonton on a power play now. Steen hooks it in front for Backes, but that's broken up by his former teammate, Perron. And now Taylor Hall sprints in against Bouwmeester, who grew up here in Edmonton. Had dinner with his parents last night, about 20 minutes away from downtown Edmonton.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, Dan and Gina, are at the game tonight as well.
Retired teachers. Oilers work it back. Justin Schultz now to Eberle. Schultz again. Wrist shot, hit Bouwmeester. And then Steen will push it down the ice. And the Oilers have to regroup.
And keep in mind, the Edmonton Oilers have given up a league worst 8 shorthanded goals against. So if they cough it up, they go for a big turn, and the Blues can maybe take advantage of that.
Including one in their last game Thursday in Colorado, a 4-2 loss. And the puck lifted high back to center. Lapierre is in on Beloff, played back. And Bryzgalov quickly snapped one onto center ice. Now it's recovered by Tarasenko. And back for Cole.
I'm not sure if Beloff knows that Bryzgalov's not exactly a material when handling the puck.
Well, you saw a lot of him when you broadcast his games in Phoenix.
Yep. And I know they didn't put the puck back to him to play it.
Now Hemsky sets it up in the power play. 20 to go in it. Ference across and a save by Elliott on Beloff again. Now Hemsky has it again for Edmonton. Beloff across for Ference. Beloff thought about a one-timer. Now Ference walks in, and that hard shot wide. Berglund out of the box and off his stick, and there goes Bryzgalov, but he gives it to Schwartz, and he comes in to Stewart, wide open. He scores! Chris Stewart on a giveaway, and the Blues take a 1-0 lead.
Well, Bryzgalov goes to play the puck off to the far side. It is off the mark, and the Blues take advantage of it. And the red-hot Chris Stewart continues his fine play. Our Plaza Tire Service replay. Bryzgalov plays it off. Doesn't know there's a trailer. That's Schwartz. Schwartz waits as long as he can for Ference to come towards him, knowing that Stewart's off to the right. He's just trying to buy a little time here. He knows what he's doing, but he wants to make sure Ference moves a little bit more closer to Schwartz. That leaves the opening there to the sharp-shooting Chris Stewart, and he continues to find the net. Last 6 games, he's got 7 points on 6 goals.
Chris Stewart.
And the Blues lead 1-0 to goal at 11:57. Now it is Steen on the cycle for Bouwmeester, and that bounced on him. Pietrangelo wanders in, and that wrist shot was blocked. Someone's lost a stick, and the puck played to center ice now for Perron. For Smith, into the former Blue. Here's Perron in front, a drive, and that goes high and wide. And then back in front, broken up by Stewart. Schwartz gets the only assist on the goal by big Chris Stewart, his 11th of the year, and his 6th goal in his last 9 games against Edmonton. And this should be an icing call. It is. As Shattenkirk goes back for the Blues. So, Darren, you called it. Bryzgalov not great out of the net, and a good read by Schwartz.
A good read, and then the right-handed shooting Stewart knows that the goalie's got to go from his right to his left, so he's firing it to the short side, and Bryzgalov doesn't have great lateral movement. He's a terrific goaltender when he gets in his stance and is square to the shooter, but there he couldn't get across to his left after Schwartz makes a pretty good play.
Bryzgalov was the backup goalie when Anaheim won the Cup in 07, backing up J.S. Jaguar. Then moved on to Phoenix. But he has allowed the early goal by Stewart, and the Blues have jumped on top.
Well, in his career against the Blues, he's 6-9-1 with a 2.96 goals against average. And this is just part of having a little bit of hockey sense. I mean, you're going to feather it lightly on the boards knowing that there's nobody other than Jaden Schwartz there. So it gets turned over. And for Bryzgalov, how about this contract in Philadelphia? That 9-year deal, compliance buyout. Lots of goofy things happening. In fact, when they had the Winter Classic that year, he didn't even start the game. They didn't start the guy they just signed to a 9-year deal. Sergei Bobrovsky ended up playing that game.
And he said a lot of interesting things on 24/7, the HBO special.
Yeah, that 24/7 has worked for some players and hasn't worked for others.
Now Ference drops it back. On to center ice for Taylor Hall, the first overall pick in 2010. And that is tipped by Schwartz, putting the play offside. Blues have been outchanced 6-2 so far, but lead 1-0.
Yeah, the goalie at the other end of the ice is the story so far against Dallas Eakins and the Edmonton Oilers. It has been Brian Elliott. I mean, that's the kind of goaltender you need right off the hop. And when there's been moments where the puck's loose, he hasn't just played it. He swallowed it up, got a whistle, told his teammates, let's calm things down. And that's the way you've got to play it on the road. Slow things down.
Now it is TJ Oshie for the Blues. Chips one down low for Steen. And then Backes helps out. Backes is pinned by Potter. Up the boards against Steen. Now for the captain. Now Backes to Oshie. He looks for an opening, and the puck rolled on him. And Perron heads the other way. Now Pietrangelo back. Fires it ahead.
Yeah, right beyond 3 Edmonton Oilers forwards, and the Blues are able to get out of the zone.
And here comes Bouwmeester joining the party. Pass in front, intended for Steen. And that was knocked away, and now Steen battles in the corner with Petrie. Big hit by Backes. Turnover in front, a shot by Stewart. Another chance for Backes. Oh, what a setup there by the captain, and Stewart almost had a second. Now Ian Cole. That drive blocked in front. Never got on Bryzgalov. And then Perron sends it back. And a pass by Nugent Hopkins. Now he's tripped by Backes. And that's called by the referee back in the Blues zone, Brian Pakmara. And the Blues will be short with a 1-0 lead.
Back inside our Fox Sports Midwest studios in St. Louis. Blues lead the Oilers 1-0. 5:26 to go in the first. Coming up on the Safehaw GM Country Intermission Report, Andy Strickland catches up with Chris Stewart. Bernie Federko breaks down the first 20 minutes, and we flash forward with Alexander Steen. But now it's back to J.K. and Panger in Edmonton.
And that is the captain in the box for tripping at 14:34. Oilers on the power play for the second time. After Backes just made a great play, centering the feed for Stewart, who almost made it 2-0. Now it is Potter. He is coming off a 2-game suspension for Eberle. And that shot blocked by Bouwmeester. And then fired back on the goal. Here's Hall around to Nugent Hopkins. Oilers with it. Hall to the line now for Potter. Perron leads the club with 6 power play goals. And he's stationed right in front of Elliott. Now goes to the corner. And Hall sets it up back for Potter. And then for Eberle. Potter again. Takes it. Gets it back. Shot. Tipped on goal. And a save on Perron by Elliott. And fired down the ice by Lapierre.
That was right on the tape for David Perron, too. And behind him was Brian Elliott with the good legs. But David Perron had some time to make the play there after that shot from the point by Potter was fanned on. That's why he was going so slowly.
Bit of a changeup by Potter.
That should be by Petrie, son of the major league pitcher.
Yes, Dan Petrie. Now it's Ference for Beloff. Broken up by Steen, but he chops it and doesn't get a lot on it. Now another chance. Hits Oshie, goes high, and Oshie finds it at center ice. And here he comes. Drops it off, but Hemsky gets back to break it up. 40 seconds left in the power play. Hemsky cruises in. All the way around for Ference. And now the veteran Smith back for Ference. Here's a one-timer from the other side by Beloff, and that was wide.
There's nobody in front of the net anyway.
Tough to score from there.
Yep.
And the Blues feed it up the boards, off Ference, I believe, and out of play.
Well, before we went to the penalty by Backes, you see this play in the offensive zone. Separates Petrie from the puck, makes a great play to Stewart, has a wraparound chance on his own, and then in the neutral zone, he has the minor penalty, and as he's going to the box, gives it to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, the former first overall pick, a highly talented young player, and gives him a little shot there. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins like, what?
Backes missing time for the first time. There's Hall in front. That goes just wide. And now Hall again. That comes to center, but Backes has played every game since he missed the game in the 09-10 season. That's how durable he has been. Turned over, Backes out of the box. And a shot is on goal, and a pad save by Bryzgalov.
David Backes is a big, durable body, that's for sure. It takes a lot of pride in being there, game in and game out. A natural right winger out of college and projected to be a right winger for the Blues. Turned into a center iceman and has stayed there ever since. Good on the face-off, Dots, and that's where going into this game, you look at the advantage, top centerman against top centerman. The Blues do have an advantage, even without Vladdy Sobotka in the lineup.
Now Yakupov, a backhander, that's on goal. Backes, of course, was hit in Ottawa by Greening. A rather innocent-looking play. The helmet hit Backes on his chin, and he said, quoting, "Sometimes the world tilts."
And
he was almost making light of it, but he's okay.
Yeah, he's just pushing the puck ahead, so he's not anticipating Greening, because you see he reached out, and then he takes the top of the helmet of Colin Greening right on the button, and that's why he's got that stutter step going off. And they just wanted to make sure all the faculties are in place, a little bit of a whiplash. And you got to be so careful with these injuries to make sure they don't extend into something else.
So the world is back on its axis, according to David Backes.
You say that quickly.
No, I don't want to say that quickly. Although we are on cable, so I guess we could get away with it. Now the Blues into the zone. Steen with a shot, and that's off the leg of Schultz in front. And the Oilers tip it back to center ice with 2:45 to go in the first period. Steen trying to send Backes in. Now Perron heads back the other way. And that wrist shot. It's traffic on the way through, I believe, Jacklin. And then Oshie will get the puck down the ice. It's on goal, so there is no icing. Shots 12-5 for Edmonton. Pass to center ice. Joensuu. Shipped into the blue zone. And Ian Cole turns. Now for Schwartz. And he was stopped at center ice. Last year the Blues won 2 of 3 against Edmonton. Long feed to center. Berglund takes it off a skate. And then leaves it for Tarasenko. Beloff comes up on him. Now Lander there. Can't move it out. Berglund back of the goal. Try to center one. And tipped away by Bryzgalov. And then Berglund in on the forecheck.
Good hit there on Lander. Good shoulder-to-shoulder hit. I think Berglund's off to a good start in this hockey game.
Now Cole gloves it down. Here's Cole. First partner, Koliakovo. And that goes around. Petrie there for Edmonton. Former second rounder lobs it high into the blue zone.
A little adjustment there for Koliakovo too. He's a natural left-sided left D, and now he's on the right side playing with Ian Cole. Played left wing a couple of games ago, so it's been a good adjustment period for Koliakovo.
Well, you got to be versatile.
Got to be.
He knew coming to this club that he would need to fight for ice time. Here's a shot from the line and a pad save by Elliott. That goes out of play. And we get a whistle. Well, the Cardinals winter warm-up returns January 18th to the 20th. Current players and the Hall of Famers will be there to sign autographs for fans, and Fox Sports Midwest will be right there bringing you player interviews. Every dollar raised goes to Cardinals Cares, so get your tickets at cardinals.com/winter warm-up or visit the team store. 62 seconds left in the period. Face-off controlled by Derek Roy. And now Pietrangelo in for Roy. Back to Pietrangelo. Lost the handle. And the puck slides to center ice, and Taylor Hall gets it with Nugent-Hopkins. In on goal. blocker save by Elliott. And Nugent Hopkins slides into Elliott. And he's all right.
Yeah, skates first, too. A dangerous play there, but the pads of Elliott stopped the skate blades of Nugent Hopkins from getting too close there.
Now Hall, a quick pass. And that is recovered by Nugent Hopkins. And his pass up the middle. Jackman there feeds the veteran Morrow. With 20 to go in the period. Now the Oilers give it up. Morrow with it. He centers it, but no one is there to take advantage, and it comes to center again. And Hall wins a battle there with Oshie. Here's Taylor Hall. Looking for some late help. None is there. And the Blues tic-tac-toe to center ice now for Oshie. A little twist move there at the line, and that will do it as the period comes to an end.
Well, Brian Elliott gave the Blues what they needed early on in the game, and one missed puck handling play by Bryzgalov leads to the only goal of the period. The Blues only 5 shots on goal, and Taylor Hall takes advantage of a puck not going north, and there's the speed of Taylor Hall, the former first-rounder, but a good breakup play right there by Derek Roy. Just punches the puck ahead and out of harm's way.
But Elliott was superb, stopping all 14 shots in the opening period. The only goal by Chris Stewart at 11:57. We played one here in Edmonton, Alberta, and the Blues lead by 1. Lead 1-0 back in Edmonton, where the high today on a sunny day was 1 degree above zero. And there's no question they will have a white Christmas here in Edmonton. And a couple of injured Blues have made the trip, Darren.
Yeah, good to see Jordan Leopold here on the trip alongside Ryan Reeves, and both of them are skating with the team, which is a nice, pleasant surprise, seeing them both on the ice, both looking very, very good, trying to mend hand injuries, respectively. And here's the big fella from Winnipeg, Winnipeg, Manitoba, as he gets skating and shooting the puck real well as well, so he's feeling a lot better. And there's Leopold as well, working the puck and working the points and really handle it, taking some pressure. So he talked with Doug Armstrong a little while ago about this trip. Good to get back on the road with the guys and get skating and get feeling back on the team again.
Blues Hockey is brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. Teams at full strength to begin this second period. The only goal by Stewart, assisted by Schwartz at 11:57. That's dumped in. Potter slams it back to center.
Well, you can be sure there'll be some adjustments being made here by the Blues. I think the Oilers' pace of play early on might have caught them off guard, but Edmonton was the better team in that first period.
Yeah, there's no question. They outshot the Blues 14-5. Now Steen. Here is Schwartz on this line with Steen in back, as Hitchcock indicated to us earlier today he might make that switch, moving Oshie down to that other line and Schwartz up with Backes.
Yeah, if he wants a little bit more pace, and often that just gets the attention of everyone too when it's not going well. It's a good plan by any coach, knowing that the players are used to that adjustment being made, but it also gets you thinking and playing more north-south rather than east-west.
And now Oshie is on with Tarasenko and Berglund. Nugent Hopkins in for Eberle. And he looks to make a play. Bomeister closes on him. And now Oshie grabs it, and now back to center. Oshie for Berglund. Berglund works in a shot in the short side, and a good save by Bryzgalov. Oshie back on the goal. Battles against Nugent Hopkins. Puck slides back for Pietrangelo. And he'll push it all along the end boards. Now for Roy. And then to Tarasenko. In the slot, Brendan Morrow, a shot. And that was blocked at the defense by Justin Schultz. Now Morrow again. Leaves it for Stewart. Trying to center one. Now Stewart gets it in front in the goal crease area. And it's still loose. Roy comes over. And it goes back of the goal. That was right near the right toe of Bryzgalov. And now it's Nugent Hopkins off the boards. Ian Cole trying to hit Morrow. That's blocked by Justin Schultz. He walks it in, and a drive and a save by Elliott. Lost the rebound for a moment and fired back to center ice. Here come the Oilers again. But Magnus Payarvi their former first-round draft choice in 09. Now Cole shovels it along for Koliakovo. And Beloff puts it off the boards back near the Blues line.
And because of Boyd Gordon only playing 1 minute and 15 of the first period getting injured, that Ryan Nugent-Hopkins played almost 9 minutes. And that was a good line for the Edmonton Oilers, playing with Ryan Smith and David Perron. And here's the pressure here by the Stewart line. And as we mentioned in the first period, they were guilty of some defensive zone lapses. But boy, when they get that puck in the offensive zone, they have been awfully good. You see the former Oiler Kelly Buchberger looking over at Boyd Gordon, and that's some dental work and some stitches done there by the wily veteran Gordon.
He played last year in Phoenix and was signed as a free agent. Now it's Porter. He works it around Jackman, trying to pinch in. Can't hold it in, and it goes back for Shattenkirk. And Shattenkirk again. Now up for Lapierre. Then at the linesman, Porter is offside, delayed offside. Now he tags up. As the Oilers have plenty of time here. And Sam Gagner. He was kicked out of their last game for a cross-check to Paul Stastny with Sam Gagner.
Yeah, and very apologetic over it. He was looking over Stastny the whole time and concerned for him.
Now a break to center back. It's 2-on-1 with Schwartz. To Schwartz. Brizgalov got over and made a very good save on Schwartz on that 2-on-1.
Boy, David Backes had a pretty good position himself to fire that one right there, especially knowing that Brizgalov's a goalie that puts his arms down to his side the closer you get to him. That leaves the upper part of the net, and for a right-hand shot, that would have been a great area for Backes to go to.
Although he did make a very nice pass.
He sure did. He did make a good pass and a good read by Brizgalov coming across to his left.
Now Steen on the forecheck. Gets some help there from Jaden Schwartz. And it's chipped back of the goal. Steen is after it. Now Schwartz comes in. Oh, and a big check on Nick Schultz. Now Schwartz goes down. And Perron slides it ahead for Smith. And Ryan Smith off the boards. But that is slowed up by Pietrangelo, and that puts the play offside.
2-on-1 break through the neutral zone, and Ilya Brizgalov reads it. He's waiting right now. As a goaltender, you have to have patience. The defenseman goes down, forces that pass to be up high. It may not have settled down. Let's just take a look. No, didn't quite, but still a very, very good save, covering up that 5-hole by Brizgalov. And there's David Backes talking to Jaden Schwartz there. You look for the replay on the Jumbotron and then see if there's something else that was available.
And a drive by Eberle is right on goal. And a save by Elliott. Of course, Hitchcock is a native of Edmonton. At age 20, he quit university and went to work for a sporting goods store here in Edmonton called United Cycle. He worked 60 hours a week and also coached midget hockey 5 nights a week, then went on to Kamloops of the Western League and then to the NHL. So a former sporting goods salesman here in Edmonton.
Yeah, but don't forget that he was part of the famous Riverside Rats golf pack here. They used to terrorize local golf courses and make a lot of money doing so.
And they had a reunion last night of sorts.
Yeah, they did. There was 9 total, including Ken Hitchcock. Pretty special group they had going.
And a shot blocked in the Blues. Numbers the other way, led by Tarasenko with Berglund, and Berglund was pushed offside at the line, and that was just offside. Well, looking for a great outing for your group? How about a Blues game? Bring a group of 20 or more to your next Blues game and save big on tickets. Give us a call at 622-5454. Hitch said they used to play 150 rounds of golf a year in the summers here in Edmonton. Hanger, that's a lot of golf in Edmonton, and the summers aren't nearly as long as they are in St. Louis.
Considering it takes a good month for the ice to thaw out and get the course in decent enough shape. It's a lot of golf. It's a passionate group of golfers. That's why they were the Rat Pack of golf.
Now it is Ales Hemsky. Goes for a skate in his own zone. 5:30 gone here in the second. Elliott puts it high off the glass. Petrie can't hold it in. And now played for Beloff. Hemsky right back in there. Little move on Shattenkirk, and then at the last second, Shattenkirk broke it up with a good play. And now moved along by Jackman. Into Morrow for Roy. In front to Stewart to Morrow. What a play! And Brendan Morrow on a brilliant passing play buries it, in the Blues take a 2-0 lead.
After Alex Hemsky tries a little junior move on the left side, it's easily broken up by Shattenkirk. Hemsky tries a little one-on-one daggle between his legs. Shattenkirk moves it up the other way, and Brendan Morrow is the recipient of a terrific pass from Stewart. But the breakup play, puck moves up the ice by Jackman. Nice little, oh, that is just tic-tac-toe pass, and that is as good as it gets right there. All the way around. And there's a forehand, backhand, top shelf. Thanks for coming right there. And Brendan Morrow's got the Blues up to a 2-0 lead.
Well, Hitchcock talked about Morrow today. He said he is always a net presence when he's on the ice. And that was as pretty a play around the net as you will see.
Well, we were talking about, Chris Stewart and Derek Roy talking about their chemistry together. And I said, what's the biggest reason? He said, number 10. The biggest reason is Brendan Morrow. And he has been great with whatever line he has played on.
His first goal in 8 games, 6th of the year. And a hit on the boards, Backus and Yoensu, and Backus gets up and he is not happy. Quite honestly, I'm not sure what happened. I know they came together and now they are having some words. Morrow gets the goal from Stewart and Roy on a tic-tac-toe passing play to make it 2-0.
Well, David Backus is going off for boarding on this play. And he went to the big Finn, who's been a physical force in this game. You can see the push rate here results in the big fella from Finland going in chest first into the boards. Now, there's a couple of different reasons for this. The positioning maybe of the body. Yoensu was going to reverse him right there, and then I think David Backus is prepared for that, but then he's going for the puck, and I think that last extension is a really tough play there, and it's a dangerous play, and I don't think that was the intention to drive him into the boards like that. I think he thought he was going to get a big reverse hit to begin with, and then his knees kind of locked into the knees, but that extra push at the end made it look pretty violent going into the boards.
Edmonton 0 for 2 on the power play. Potter gets it across. And a shot by Eberle, turned away by Elliott. Now Taylor Hall has it for the Oilers, for Potter. To Nugent Hopkins. And he wanders in. Centers it. Cleaned up by Bouwmeester. And it comes up the boards. Hall is there for Edmonton. Now across. Eberle with it. A drive, and that goes high as he tried to go over the blocker. Oilers get it down low again. It's Hall for Potter. Nugent Hopkins settles it. Oshie has lost his stick. Backdoor feed. Oh! Elliott got over and made the save.
What a save that was.
That was on Gadzik, I believe. Or Boyd Gordon. Gordon, number 27, was in tight, and the Blues clear it around. And now Oshie can go off after losing his stick.
Yeah, good effort there by Oshie in a straight line, going hard to the bench.
And Taylor Hall a drive and a left pad save by Elliott. And the Blues fire it down the ice.
Another great save right there. Broken down play, and Taylor Hall has it right on the doorstep.
Oilers to center ice. 50 to go in the power play. Hemsky with it a drive. And that goes wide. Dallas Aikens talking this morning about the power play. He says it's a privilege to be on the power play. And he'll reward guys who work hard. And that's perhaps why Gordon was on that first unit. As now Schwartz with it. Nice play to Steen. And he kills some time at center ice. Now Jackman carries on. And he'll ladle one to the corner. Andrew Ferentz with 15 left in the Backus minor. Now for Smith. Not a lot of speed there. It's broken up by Pietrangelo. And Tarasenko rips it off the ball and all the way down the ice.
Good play there by Tarasenko. He got back on his horse, back in his own zone, and just get it out in that situation.
Oilers 2 shots on the power play. And now 0 for 3. That's center ice Backus. Ferentz, the first man back for Edmonton. Now Potter for Gagne. And that pass goes the distance, and icing called against the Oilers.
Well, I'm talking to Brad Shaw, who runs the penalty kill, and year in and year out, it's one of the best penalty kills in the NHL. Their attention to detail extraordinary, but a lot of the goals, 5 of the last 11, scored right on the doorstep for the Edmonton Oilers. But this is a broken down play, sort of a shot on the rush, which is odd on the power play. And you see there's Brad Shaw going over the video on the plane on the team's way to Edmonton. But it's a very dangerous team and one you have to respect for their individual skill level that the Edmonton Oilers have. But boy, has Brian Elliott been equal to that.
That last goal, Morrow from Stewart and Roy at 5:50. Blues up by 2. Here's Stewart again to Roy. Moves in a wrist shot. And that's tipped off the glass. Now recovered. Stewart throws one back of the goal. Nice reverse hit there by Morrow on Petrie. And now Petrie gets it. And he will get called for tripping.
This is after the reverse hit there by Brendan Morrow, who is so good at that. He just leans right into you, puts his weight back against the player coming at him, catches so many players by surprise. In this place, it's Petrie. And you can see number 10 here. He's braced for it. He knows what's happening. Leans right into him. And then Petrie ends up tripping him up with his skates as Petrie's going down. It's a tough call for Petrie. He's going down on the ice after he gets dumped.
And the Blues get their second power play. 0 for 1 tonight. Steen a drive and a save by Bryzgalov. Oilers with it. Roy cannot hold it in. And now Ryan Smith away for Edmonton.
That's a smart play by Ryan Smith there, isn't it? Go back, buy a little bit more time. Don't just dump it in.
Longtime Oiler. Drafted first in 94. He has 123 power play goals in his career. 2 behind Gretzky and 3 behind Glenn Anderson for the Oiler all-time lead.
And he doesn't wear a letter on his sweater. Hard to believe, huh?
Shattenkirk a drive, tipped by Roy, and that goes just wide of the goal. Yeah, it is hard to believe. Now Shattenkirk again to Roy. To the line, Steen one-timer, and a save by Bryzgalov. And Perron will wander back. Hacked a bit by Oshie. Looks like the Blues have that first shoot mentality on this power play. Now Shattenkirk ahead. Here's Oshie. With a minute to go in Petrie's minor. And the Blues get slowed down a bit. Berglund drops it back for Bouwmeester.
Now this is where you regroup as a 5-man unit and come up the ice with some speed.
And Schwartz in for Pietrangelo. And that goes around the end wall. And then Berglund settles it for Schwartz. Back to Bouwmeester. He lets it fly and off the end boards. Schwartz with it. A drive, and he just missed. With a great chance. And then it's in the corner. Tarasenko for Schwartz. Schwartz, tough angle. And trying to lob it over the shoulder, I believe, of Bryzgalov.
Yeah, Bryzgalov tends to get that arm close to his side, and there's usually room up there. Good try by Schwartz.
And Bouwmeester. That drive, and that's tipped just wide. Recovered by Tarasenko for Bouwmeester. Pressure on the power play. Into Pietrangelo for Berglund. Right in and goal. A shot. And a save again. Now Bouwmeester. Petrie is back. Bouwmeester at the line. Can't get a lot on it. And that was as good a power play as we have seen in a week or so by the Blues. Now Koliakovo into Roy. And Roy a drive and a pad save as Bryzgalov just got those weights together at the last second.
Well, for Jaden Schwartz, it's been a good start. Before we get to his replay, we'd like to say hi to the Becker family. John and Lean Becker with Matt and Josh. They're here for tonight's game all the way from St. Louis. But Jaden Schwartz has been absolutely terrific in this game. Front of the net, battling out with Ference, trying to get inside position, rolls off him, and then tries to get his stick on that one. It never gets to him. The rebound's there, and Ference, the captain of the Oilers, just swats it away. But it's the relentless tenacity on the puck that has endeared Schwartz, his teammates, and around the league.
And again, his parents are here from Wilcox, Saskatchewan, about a 7-hour drive east of here. As Gagne rolls it in deep. Joensuu, the Finn. Potter pitches in. Now it's Koliakovo. Morrow with it. Can't move it out. Gagne in the slot. Turn. Shot blocked. And then cleaned up by Roy. And Stewart trying to get the legs going at center ice. Big Stewart with a goal and 1 assist tonight. Tipped along by Morrow. And Darren, this line is getting more and more comfortable with each other. They've been together for a while, split apart, but have been finding a lot of chemistry of late.
Well, to me, the key is Chris Stewart does so many things that backs off the opposition, and he's handling the puck now with so much more confidence. And for Stewart, when he's skating and doesn't have the puck or he's chasing the game, it's frustrating for Stewart. And you've got to give him a lot of credit. You know, going over the video, going over the shifts, what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong. And his game has changed, and so is his confidence.
And a drive by Ference wide by a mile. And picked up by Stewart. Nice outlet feed for Shattenkirk. Oilers back in a bit. Shattenkirk a shot. And that hit Ference and went high. Now Backes. On with Schwartz and Steen. To the line, and it's held in. Good play by Jackman. All the way around the roulette wheel for Steen. And Steen battles with Ference. And the Oilers chip it away. That's center ice, now grabbed by Smith. And Ryan Smith forces it deep against Jackman. And there's Schwartz back, pressured by Perron. Where is it? Perron finds it. And spins on Jackman. And Jackman gives him a couple of elbows from behind.
Well, he's seen that move in practice for many years.
Yes, he has. Now Schwartz to center. On his knees across for Steen. And Steen back at his own line. Fell off there for Edmonton. Now Nugent Hopkins trying to work off the boards. Good play by Shattenkirk. Funnels it ahead to Steen. Now for Berglund. And then Vladdy Tarasenko takes the hit, gets it in. 6:30 left in the second period. Blues leading 2-0 on goals by Stewart and Morrow. As Berglund strips an Oiler of the puck.
The turnovers have been really a one-way street. The Edmonton Oilers have been turning that puck over about 15 times in this game.
And a quick shot by Tarasenko on goal. And a save by Bryzgalov.
Monitored them after one, and the Blues only credited with 3 giveaways, while the Edmonton Oilers 11. But here's this battle between David Perron and his former teammate Barrett Jackman. Before the game, David Perron said to me, he said, you know that Barrett Jackman, once this game starts, will forget all about being former teammates. And there's Jackman giving the old forearm shiver, giving a little whack, giving a little elbow, making life miserable for DP 57.
David was in Montreal when Doug Armstrong called him and told him he was traded to Edmonton. And he says he was shocked and didn't really talk to anyone for a couple of days. And I imagine, Darren, that anytime a player gets traded for the first time, it is a shock.
No question about that. And he just came off a 4-year, $4 million a year deal, too, and had just played one of those, so 3 more left on that contract. But, yeah, I'd always be never expected. I was never traded at that level or traded in junior, and it saved my career. For sometimes it's great for a player.
As the youngster Yakupov, who's just 20 years old, works back of the goal. Former first overall pick. Yakupov with it. Throws one to Gagne. And Payarby there gloves it down to Pietrangelo. And at the line, now recovered again by Payarby. And the former Oiler comes in. 3-on-2. That shot blocked. Payarby gets it again. And Porter also there, but he couldn't get a shot. And scooped high by Gagne. Shattenkirk's pass to center. Stewart with it, lost it. Hemsky stole it. And now it goes back in the blue zone for Shattenkirk. 3 Blues around it. Shots in the game, 18-15 for the Oilers. But the Blues lead by 2. As Ian Cole tries to hit Roy in the zone. Now Roy blocks it. Morrow follows up, and he'll twist one in on goal. And a save there by Bryzgalov. And we get a whistle. Blues up by a pair in the second period.
He's back with you in our Fox Sports Midwest studios. Blues lead the Oilers 2-0. 4:37 to go in the second period. Coming up on the Jack in the Box intermission report, Andy chats with Brendan Morrow. Bernie breaks down the first 40 minutes and the outtakes from the Blues' 12 Days of Christmas video. Panger, JK, back to you in oil country.
Cat, I saw some of those outtakes, and they are funny. Good stuff. Stay with us here on Fox Sports Midwest. I know I can't sing. I don't know about my partner, but...
Not at all. I can't sing at all. I'm awful. I think I can. It's terrible. Raspy Neil Young voice, you can only use that so often.
It's pretty good in the car when no one's around, right? And that shot is blocked. As Ferentz argues, but it did come to center ice.
Well, that offside gives us a chance for a Mazda drive to the net. Back pass, a three-way passing play that is just perfect. It's a 3-on-3. Look at the coverage by the Oilers. Wow. Do the Blues make them pay? No backside pressure, and a 3-on-3 becomes a 3-on-2 and a perfect passing play.
Now it is Perron into the corner. Fired back in the goal, Gordon there against Bouwmeester. Bouwmeester wins the battle up for Schwartz. And the youngster gets it to center ice. Potter leaves it, gobbled up by Bouwmeester. And then Steen will hook it into the zone. And now it is covered by Bryzgalov. And we get a whistle. Dallas Eakins, the first-year coach. Coached the last 4 years with the Toronto Marlies in the American League. Darren, he had what you would call a nomadic existence in the NHL. He played 120 games for 8 different teams, including the Blues.
And all the while he played for 17 pro hockey teams as well.
But 16 games as a Blue back in 95-96. When they really had a lot of players coming through there with Mike Keenan.
Yes, they did. I ran into J.J. Daigneault the other night, an assistant coach of the Montreal Canadiens, and he was part of that group as well for a little bit of time.
That's a lot of moving vans in your life. And then he was actually born in Florida, moved to Peterborough, Ontario at age 8 and was a disciple of the late Roger Nielsen, who was a wonderful man and a real innovative coach.
Captain Video.
Yep.
I had Roger Nielsen as a coach. And, boy, incredible attention to detail.
Centering pass, Oshie can't get it. Pietrangelo does a shot. And that was off a body in front. And now Hall the other way. Nugent Hopkins trying to center one, blocked by Pietrangelo. And Tarasenko on the counter. Oilers back in. Tarasenko, he's got a good shot, but that time waited too long. And it's Taylor Hall back. That's cleaned up by Pietrangelo. Well, the Blues have really collapsed down low to their net here in the second period. Darren, the Oilers have not gotten on the inside at all in this period.
No, we knew that adjustments were going to be made. We knew that the Blues wouldn't be happy with their first period performance. Their goalie bailed them out, and I'm sure they said after the first period, okay, let's give Brian Elliott an easier time of it here, and the 5-man units defensively have been outstanding.
And now Payarvi flies up the middle for Lapierre. And from a tough angle, on the cycle now for Payarvi. To an open side. Porter is after it. Big hit on Ferentz by Chris Porter. And then chopped back to the corner by Payarvi. And now the Oilers fire it down the boards. And this goes all the way down for icing. Well, purchase a Blues family pack and watch the Blues take on the Blue Jackets at Scott Trade Center on January 4th. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 2 boxes of popcorn starting at $139. Visit stlouisblues.com/hot deals for more details. On the line, Jackman with it, a drive. That got through, and a save. It's Louis Schwartz. Backhander and a save again by Bryzgalov. He's lost his goal stick. Now we get a penalty here. And a hooking miter.
Well, this is a tired Edmonton Oiler group. They iced the puck. They were out of gas to begin with. Face-off goes back in their zone, automatic, obviously, with the icing call. The Blues win the face-off and put tremendous amount of pressure on Dallas Eakins Hockey Club. Sam Gagner is going to go off for the minor penalty, and the Blues get a good chance. So the icing call at one end is fired all the way down the length of the ice. And now that's a tired group for the Edmonton Oilers. The Blues take advantage. Good face-off win. Right back to the point. Tipped in front. Traffic in front there. And you see they call it the stick foul there. Gagner on David Backes driving hard to the net.
And the Blues 0 for 2 with 4 shots. And a goal here late in the second would be a big one for the Blues.
Well, that mentality that they had at 5-on-5, winning the face-off back to the point, shot on goal, that's what caused the minor penalty, and that's what they want to get back to here on this power play. They have to win the face-off first.
Here's Oshie. Blues are onside into Backes. Great pass in front. Shattenkirk, a shot, rebound.
Oh.
It was behind Brizgalov, but Roy could not knock it in.
Wow, what a setup that was by David Backes. Looking for the far D, the weak side D coming into the play. And Shattenkirk on the right side got a lot on that one. What a battle that was in front.
Under a minute to go here in the second period. Brizgalov gives it away again. And the Blues get set up. Now to Morrow. He goes to the line for Oshie. Into the slot, a shot by Berglund, hit the back of the goal. And now Petrie skates away from Morrow.
Oh, good
but
keep
Bouwmeester kept it in with the left glove.
Great patience by Bouwmeester not to bail out of the line.
Hit by Oshie. Recovered by Berglund. And now back to Pietrangelo. To Berglund. Down low to Morrow. To Berglund, a drive, and he missed the goal by about 6.5 inches, and it goes off the glass and back to center.
Missed it by that much, Chief.
15 to go in the period. Maybe 4.5 inches. How's that? Here comes Stewart. In front. Held in by Pietrangelo. And it goes all the way around Ryan Smith there. At the line. Time running down, and the horn goes to end the second period.
Well, quite an adjustment made by the Blues. And that was a very, very solid period of play. Morrow makes it 2-0 with his 6th on a pretty passing play by Stewart and Derek Roy.
And the Blues outshoot the Oilers 14-4 in that second period. The only goal by Morrow in the second. Stewart scored in the first, and the Blues enjoy a 2-0 lead. Not a beautiful, crisp, cold night in Edmonton, Alberta. A couple of days before Christmas, the Blues with a 2-0 lead over the Oilers, thanks to the second goal in that period, or the night rather, by Brendan Morrow. The Blues had led by one after one, and Darren, this line of Roy, Morrow, and Stewart is heating up.
Catching fire in all facets of the game. And yes, they are a line that they want to be better on the defensive side of it for sure, but they have been dynamic on the offensive side of it. They combine everything. A playmaking from Roy, the power in the hands of Stewart, and of course the tenacity and grit of Brendan Morrow. But here's the first goal of the game. Schwartz, of course, not on the line, but in a broken down play. And then here's a classic 3-on-2. I mean, just beautiful to watch right there. And look at these guys. They're having fun. They're having a lot of fun, a lot of cohesion. They can't wait to get on the ice together. And the record is 15-0-2 when leading after 2 for the guys in the blue note.
And the Oilers are 2-19-1 when trailing after 40 minutes. Underway here in the third period. 15 to go in Gagne's minor penalty. And Jaden Schwartz darts in. Now for Backes. Looking out high, Shattenkirk. And that goes to the corner. Potter bothered there by Oshie and played off the boards to center. And now Gagne has returned. And Jaden Schwartz thought about shooting there. Twist one back of the cage for Backes. And now that back for Pietrangelo. He'll funnel one in deep again. Oilers with it, but they can't clear it. Oshie for Payarvi, a drive, and that goes high. And then Oshie turns. It is Oshie, Payarvi, and Backes on the ice here. And Taylor Hall finally to center ice for Potter.
Yeah, Backes has been on for a long time now. An extended shift, and obviously good to see Backes back in the lineup. He took one minor penalty in this game, but all in all, another solid effort.
And now Tarasenko one-on-one here. And a quick drive. Man, can he shoot the puck. That smacked the glass.
It's incredible. Just how quick his release is. But it's also the ability to get it around sticks and shin pads as well. I mean, a lot of these guys can fire it quickly, but to get it beyond all the paraphernalia.
Now Tarasenko drops it back to Shattenkirk, a drive. That goes wide. And to the line, Jackman. Great job to hold it in. For Berglund. Stewart in front. Gets it, shoots. He scores! Stewart, another goal. And the Blues take a 3-0 lead.
What a keep in, though, by Bear Jackman. He had to hustle at the far side, inside the blue line on the left side of the ice. And Dallas Eakins and the Edmonton Oilers, after the terrific start to this game, down a 3 spot. And Chris Stewart is on fire. 3 points in this game, 2 goals, and 1 assist. There's the keep in by Jackman. And Berglund with his head up. And again, no backside pressure. Boy, it's a little lethargic for the Edmonton Oilers in coming back. No desperation. Pass by Berglund. And although there are 2 Oilers sweaters around him, not close enough. And boy, does Stewart make them pay. Good shot, low to the stick side.
Set up by Berglund, who picks up career NHL point number 200 with that assist. And Chris Stewart now with 7 goals in his last 6 games. And all set up by a great hold in by Jackman, who gets the 2nd assist. And the Blues with a 3-0 lead. And that is a big goal. And Beloff plays one for Edmonton. To Hemsky. Cuts to the middle. And a shot blocked by Cole. And that goes off his leg and out of play.
Well, now with a 3-0 lead, it's putting the clamps down because the Edmonton Oilers, as Chris Stewart knows, they will take chances. They'll sprint. And obviously, if they were to get the next goal, they would feel like they're back into this hockey game. But all in all, that second period really started the way that the Blues want to play. It happened in that second period.
And the Blues to center. Here's a one-on-one. Jaden Schwartz cuts in, shoots. He scores! Schwartz with an absolute bullet. And the Blues take a 4-0 lead.
Block shot in the defensive zone. And off to the races for Jaden Schwartz as Devin Dubnyk, their former first-rounder, looks on. But it doesn't look like he's getting the nod. There's the block shot by Oshie. Great job as he snaps his stick and he has to go for another one. And this wrister here, the goaltender Brizgalov, doesn't fight through the bit of a screen from a long distance, and maybe it glances off the stick. I'm not sure of Nick Schultz, but it goes off the pipe and in the net. What a wicked wrister there from Jaden Schwartz.
With his mom and dad in attendance, lots of cousins from Wilcox, Saskatchewan. His 10th of the year at 238. And the Blues take a 4-0 lead.
Number 9, Jaden Schwartz. The assist to number
2
7.
goals in 52 seconds. Oshie gets the lone assist on that goal.
Blues goal scored by Schwartz. The assist.
And the Blues have really broken things open here. Now Lander a drive. That's blocked by Cole. And then Chris Porter chips it by Lander. And that goes in the Oilers' end. Here's Jeff Petrie for Nail Yakupov. Right up the middle. That shot blocked by Cole. As Cole and Koliakabo have played well tonight. And a newly formed pair with Leader Roman Polak. Now Payarvi scoops it down low. And then Justin Schultz.
That's my 2 buddies from the Czech Republic, though. It's not the same not being around Vladdy Sobotka and Roman Polak.
Yeah, Vladdy is on IR with an upper body, and if one Czech's not going to come to Edmonton, they're both staying home. That's the rule.
Well, fellas, we certainly miss you here on the road. And for Ken Hitchcock, he's got to like the adjustment being made. He's been around long enough to know that, you know, there are times when your goaltender just has to bail you out, especially on the road in the early going. And he got that.
Now it is Morrow, whose goal put the Blues ahead 2-0. Stewart and Schwartz have scored here in the third. Another shot from the slot. That one by Morrow blocked. And now Stewart at the line, broken up by Edmonton. Hemsky with it. And a good back check there by Derek Roy. And Bouwmeester. Bouwmeester was 7 years old when the Oilers won their last cup in 1990. I asked him if he was a fan. He said, no, my dad was a Bruins fan. And that's who beat the Oilers in 90. Or they beat, rather.
Yeah, they did.
Pardon me, they beat the Bruins. So he wasn't happy. I think that was the year of the blackout game at the Boston Garden, right?
Is that the year of Peter Klima?
Yes, in like triple overtime.
On Andy Moog, the former Oiler goalie.
Now Taylor Hall walks in. Oh, to Everly. And he is pinned back of the goal by Jackman. And Shattenkirk to center ice. Well, the Blues have not allowed the Oilers to get on the inside in these last two periods. Everything on the outside.
It's been a five-man wolf pack, really, for the Blues. It's been tight. And that's when any good team, they'll tell you that when you're connected, when five men are connected together, you're going to have success in all areas of the ice because you're supporting the puck. Your gap closure is going to be better. The short passes are going to be really what makes good teams go with the short passes, not the long ones.
And a harmless backhand there by Gazdic. Turned away by Elliott. Now back of the goal, Ryan Smith trying to tuck it in. It's against that post, and Elliott keeps it out, and now we get a whistle and some pushing.
Yeah, great job by Elliott to get that left skate blade against the post. Not an easy play until he waited for some support to come in and drive some bodies around. Ryan Smith is so good behind the net. Doesn't have much of a curve on his stick, and he's trying to go to his forehand and tuck that in. It's a hard play there for Ryan Smith to make. There, the first one bounced. Now here's the forehand. Players will tell you it's a lot easier on the backhand to cut across like that, but he nearly gets Brian Elliott, but a great job there. And Cole's down below, and Stewart's trying to help out, and Brendan Morrow comes in after.
And the veteran Smith has played a lot of hockey this year with David Perron. And he said, I didn't think Perron was this good, but he has been a real leader here in Edmonton. And 14 goals on the year. And it's funny, Darren, you talk a lot about these players on Edmonton, the Eberles, the Nugent Hopkins, Taylor Hall, Perron, yet including tonight, they have scored 6 goals in their last 6 games. A lot of potential, but right now they just aren't finding the back of the net.
Well, to me, good offense starts from being on the defensive side of the puck, quite frankly. I mean, there's still a young team that cheat. They cheat on the offensive side of it, so they want to exchange chances that way, and quite often it becomes one and done, or it's brilliant, and it's a highlight reel Sports Center goal.
Now Yakupov in front. And Joensuu was in there as well for the Blues. Clean it up. And Tarasenko across center for Payarby. And he'll butt one in deep. 13:40 left, third period. Blues leading 4-0. They're in Calgary on Monday night before a Christmas break. Now Backes a pass in front. And that is in the pads of Brizgalov, and he smothers it. 2 goals in less than a minute here in the third by Stewart and Schwartz. 4-0 Blues. It's probably about 5 below at this point. But the Blues, plenty to smile about tonight with a 4-0 lead.
If there's any concern at all, it's the fact that Alexander Steen has not returned for this third period. Not on the bench. No word just yet, so we're waiting for an update.
Here's the Oilers. Eberle up the middle, and he's tripped. And they're going to call a hook against the Blues. And now back of the goal, Luke Gadzik gets his stick up with a couple of Blues.
Gadzik started the season with Dallas, and in fact, I talked to him this morning in a preseason game. He and Ryan Reeves, I thought they were going to go 1 point. They got picked up on waivers here, and now he's just trying to stir things up in a 4-0 game. Hasn't seen a whole lot of ice time in this game. Toronto area kid. He's a tough kid. Only played 4 minutes and 11 seconds after 2 periods of play. And here's the Backes is coming behind with a lot of pressure and takes down Eberle. And here's where Gadget comes in right there. I didn't hear all of that explanation.
It was a bit muffled,
yeah.
But I believe that Gazdic took away an Oiler power play because the original call was on Backes for hooking. Well, Dallas Aikens this morning talking about playing the Blues. He said, I don't want to give them any gifts tonight. But Darren, you mentioned the giveaways in the second period, and they've given the Blues a lot of gifts tonight.
Yeah, and considering, you know, when a team's on the bottom, they're a little fragile winning hard games. They played in a 10-day stretch now. They played 6 of the top 9 teams in the NHL. It's been a heck of a schedule for them.
4-on-4, a pass into Tarasenko, and he's taken down in a penalty called against Edmonton for hooking. And now the Blues will get a 4-on-3 power play.
Well, this should be fun. Good hard center lane drive by Tarasenko. Berglund buys some time, waits for it right here, and Tarasenko gets dumped from behind there by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins coming back. And he kind of yanks him there, and boy, that's a dangerous fall right there with Tarasenko driving hard to the net.
By the way, Gazdic got a roughing minor, so that's why he went off, taking away that potential power play. And now the Blues get a 4-on-3 advantage. Shattenkirk for Pietrangelo. Shattenkirk with it. To Roy. Stewart in front. To Stewart. That's off a skate and then turned away by Bryzgalov. Stewart has 2 tonight, looking for his 3rd. Now Pietrangelo a blast. That was stopped at the defense. Good job by Nick Schultz. Roy to Stewart. He scores! The hat trick for Stewart. His 3rd tonight. It's 5-0. What a pass.
That's the chemistry they were looking for when Doug Armstrong signed Derek Roy to that 1-year deal. Looking for a playmaking sentiment to complement big Chris Stewart. 2-time 28-goal scorer. He led the Blues in points in the lockout shortened last year. A tough offensive start, but he is cooking right now. He fades off to the side. He waits for Derek Roy to buy some time, puts himself in a scoring position, and just rifles it by. And a hat trick for Chris Stewart.
Even Jordan Leopold, after the first period, talking to him, he said, when Stewart gets hot, he is red hot.
Red hot, and he knows him very well. But I think in talking to Stewart earlier in the year, I'd asked him that question about a streaky goal scorer, and I said, is that what gets you going? Is it a couple in a row? And he said, I hope so. Well, it's happening.
Now the Oilers come in, a pass off a stick, and recovered by Berglund. Still 4-on-4. Now it's back to 4-on-4, pardon me, to Tarasenko to Berglund. Right in, and Bryzgalov makes the save on another grade A chance. That one by Berglund.
And again, an exchange of chances. The Oilers go north like a bullet train, and once it's turned over after a great defensive play by Jackman, it leads to this odd man break. A nice give and go there. Tarasenko puts it right on the tape to big Patrick Berglund, who's had a strong game. And for Dallas Eakins, the rookie head coach in the NHL, their goals against per game 30th, save percentage 29th, and the shutouts only 2 for 14th. Good offensive hockey starts on the defensive side of the puck. That's the bottom line.
And now Perron goes to the box. He must have said something. That last goal, Stewart from Roy and Shattenkirk at 7:27. And for the second straight game, the Blues have scored 5 goals. Let's see what Perron does here. Wow, he must have just said something that was not to the referee's liking. And another 4-on-3 power play.
The Oilers penalty to number 57.
So the Blues go back on the power play.
2 minutes for
1 for 4. It was unsportsmanlike conduct to Perron. At 7:51. As Oshie moves in. Checked there by Petrie. Barrett's with it. Can't get much on it. Held in by Pietrangelo. Top of the circles. Now for Shattenkirk. Oshie screens in front. This is Jaden Schwartz. And a pass blocked. And shot down the ice by Gordon. 15 to go in the 4-on-3 advantage. Blues have opened up a 5-0 lead here. Now for Stewart, who has 3 tonight. To Pietrangelo. Now to Shattenkirk for Roy. Looked at Stewart, goes back to the line. Now Roy again. 2 men are out of the box, so it's now a 5-on-4 advantage. Pietrangelo. Again, back to the top. And then Roy flips it. Shattenkirk a drive on goal. And a save by Bryzgalov. And then back is roughed up.
And Derek
Roy jumps in there. Against Potter. That's a bit of a mismatch in size.
There were going to be no calls on that first play there. I mean, David Backes goes to the middle of the ice, gets dumped there by Potter. After the save by Bryzgalov, Potter's protecting the goalie because the puck did squirt loose for a split second. Backes, I tell you what, he didn't wade into the pool here in this game, did he? He didn't go in tippy-toe first. I mean, he went into it. And here's the penalty on David Perron. Brian Pochmar, the referee, says one thing to him, and then he turns around and says another. So good look in the truck, fellas, in finding that. And that's the unsportsmanlike penalty to David Perron. And then you see Bryzgalov there with that puck covering it up. Potter takes down David Backes. Derek Roy jumps in there on Potter.
Roy at 5'9", 184 against Potter, who goes 6'3", 204. But good for Derek Roy to step in for the captain there.
That was a good Ottawa boy. That's what you do.
A lot of gumption, right?
That's right.
And now we get minors here to Potter and Roy. And Roy might get the extra minor. Here he comes.
Yeah, in the warm-up, he's battling some bodies there. Takes a tripping minor on Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. That doesn't like that when Nugent-Hopkins said something to him. That's a bad warning call right there that he makes there. And fortunately, no injuries on that play. And then coming back in his own zone, he trips up Eberle as Eberle's going hard to the net. He's not done there. Just getting all riled up. He gets that burr in his saddle. It's look out, everybody.
And Roy does get the extra minor. A double minor for roughing. And Potter goes as well. So for the time being, we're 4-on-4 in 25 seconds. Edmonton will get a power play. Now Shattenkirk for Schwartz. Then off the boards and in. And that's an icing call as we are at full or even strength here. Midway through this third period. But after some key saves early by Elliott, the Blues have taken over this game.
Yeah, they really have. Really have. All Dallas Eakins can do is look on here. As the Oilers again struggle to score 80 goals and they struggle to keep them out of their own net. After dominating the first period, it got tilted the other way. And now it's 29-21 shots on goal in favor of the Blues as they just turn this around. Again, I reiterate, and we hope that it's not significantly bad news that Alexander Steen did not return for the third period.
Do you remember any play in particular?
No, I don't.
Now Perron's out of the box, so Edmonton on a power play for 70 seconds. Yakupov wanders in. Now for Nugent-Hopkins. And played back to the line for Justin Schultz. Nugent-Hopkins again. Blues set up that box to Finch. Justin Schultz winds up, blocked by Berglund. And that hurt. But Berglund keeps on going and didn't clear it down the ice there. He didn't know there was some backside pressure from Eberle.
Yeah, great job there by Jordan Eberle. He just pounded it.
Now it's Yakupov again. 30 to go in the power play for Eberle. Now for Perron. Justin Schultz for Eberle. Pass in front and a drive. Goes just wide. As Nugent-Hopkins had a decent chance there. And the Blues ice it with 15 to go. And Derek Roy's minor. It is being served by Porter. Now Gagne into the zone. He gets it back. Quick shot on goal. And Elliott had the answer again. Ferentz to the corner. Now for Hemsky. Blues have killed it off. And then Backes winds it around. It goes by Ferentz, but not far enough for icing. Shots in the game now 29 to 22 for the Blues as Backes breaks it up. Here's Taylor Hall getting it back for Edmonton. Too far for Belov. Now Stewart comes in. He's got 3 tonight. Stewart lines up and shot it high and wide. Trying to pick the top corner. And Stewart finds it in the corner.
Well, Stewart's dad, Norman, will be watching this on Hockey Night in Canada, and he will be a happy father for
proud
sure.
dad tonight.
He's had a lot of conversations with his son about getting his game turned around, and his father, Norman, is bluntly honest with his son. That's for sure.
Under 8 to play in the third period. And Jay Bouwmeester trying to hit Payarby. Blues are in Calgary on Monday, then a Christmas break, and the Blues are off until December 28th when they will host Chicago. That should be a great night of Scott Trade.
Sure will. But that last play is a great example by Lander. Turns the puck over 5 feet inside the offensive zone blue line. And, you know, on a simple play to get it in deep.
Now a wraparound by Payarvi. Comes right in front. And held in by Pietrangelo. For Berglund, a shot. And he scores! Berglund! His third of the year. Off the glove of Brzgalov into the net. So good for Patrick Berglund. He'll take him any way he can get him.
Yeah, that glove of Brzgalov looked like a soggy old pancake right there. It just hits the bottom part of the glove, flops over, and goes in the net. Berglund will take it. That all-important 6th goal of the game. 6-0 lead here, but it's a snapper off the glove and in the net. Nice play by Pietrangelo. He'll get a helper on this play. Garvey's on the ice, gets a plus.
Berglund's third of the year, first in 7 games. And it's 6-0.
The assist to number 27, Alex Pietrangelo.
Not the prettiest goal in the world, but he will take it.
Well, quite a night for the Scarborough, Ontario native Chris Stewart, who gave up hockey at the age of 14 as his older brother was in Kingston of the Ontario Hockey League, and for economic reasons cashed in on this hockey career and came back to it a couple of years later with a tryout with the same team his brother played on. It's quite a story and what he gave up for his family in a tough neighborhood of Scarborough, and he's on a roll in this one here with his 3 goals and 1 assist. A 4-point night for Stewart. Something else.
And this marks the 6th time this year the Blues have scored 6 goals. Their season-high 7 goals in a 7-0 win against Florida in Game 2. As Oshie muscles the puck to center ice. Now Perron gets it back from Schwartz. Here's Ryan Smith. And then Koliakovo steps up, and the play goes offside.
David Perron trying to get the blue line there, holding off Blues player. Leads to an offside, so an unsportsmanlike penalty here in this 3rd period for David Perron.
And Stewart's 4-point night ties his career high. He did it in Phoenix last March. And here he comes again. Takes a bit of a late shot from Joensuu. Now Morrow for Roy. Stewart's in front. Oh, he was open, and it went through his legs and down the ice.
I'll tell you this, I like this Joensuu, though. He's a straight line winger, and he's been physical in this game, hasn't backed down.
As Shattenkirk rips it around the end boards with 6 to play in the 3rd period. Now Morrow battles down low against Nick Schultz. Shattenkirk keeps it in. To Roy. Oh, for Stewart.
He wants Stewart to get 4.
Now Roy cuts out of the corner. And then Morrow was upended. The Oilers finally take over, and back to center ice, Hemsky. And he'll flick one to the corner. And Jackman back defensively. And off the boards and out.
That's a smart play there by Jackman. Wily old veteran there. Playing it off the glass, get it out, get a line change.
Nugent-Hopkins now for Hall. To Nugent-Hopkins shot. That's wide by a lot. Petrie holds it in. Now for Belloff. And his wrist shot hit a stick, goes out of play, and we got a whistle, and Jaden Schwartz hit him slow to get back on his skates.
Yeah, hit him right on the boot. Right on the foot and out of play. He'll be okay. He's a hockey player. Well, good shot block earlier by Jaden Schwartz off the foot in a 6-0 lead, but our BMO Harris Bank checked replays of the game. A couple of hits right here. As you saw that Boyd Gordon took it up high and left the game for the 1st period before returning in the 2nd. Ooh, this one from behind there by David Backus on Joensuu right there. And big hit on Taylor Hall through the middle of the ice. Whoop!
Here's a shot. It came in front. Kanye was in the area, but it was blocked. And Payarvi for St. Louis. Shots this period, 11-4 for the Blues. And 30-22 for the game. Here's Ian Cole, a drive, and that was off something in front. And Tarasenko out of the corner. And played by Edmonton and back to center ice. Carlo Koliakovo. For his partner Cole. At the line, kicked ahead by Justin Schultz. And now Boyd Gordon to the line. And Schwartz turns it the other way for Backes. Oshie calls for the dump in. He gets it. Now to Schwartz. Now Jaden Schwartz, plenty of time. Backdoor feed to Koliakovo, and that was just over his stick. Now a centering pass for Oshie. And he was bumped down. David Perron one-on-one here. And a shot is blocked by Cole, and then Perron slashes Cole. And they have words. That was a bit of a two-hander there by Perron.
Yes, it was. You know, interestingly enough, in this third period, late in it, the one line that's not getting on the ice at all is Porter, Max Lapierre. Ken Hitchcock has thrown Magnus Payarvi on a couple of different lines to get some ice time, but Porter only played 4:44 after 2 and Max 6:44. So Ken Hitchcock rolling with the guys that are going in a 6-0 win.
Shots of the game, 31-22 for the Blues. Here's Ferentz. Now for Hemsky, a shot high and wide. And at the line, it is Shattenkirk to break it up. Now to Morrow. Into the zone. Oh, Stewart was just offside, or Roy, as they were looking for more tonight.
50-50 winner tonight. The draw sponsored by Oak Tacos and Grill and the Pandora Store.
A 3-goal hat trick tonight for Chris Stewart. With an assist and a 4-point night. It has caught fire here in December. Now the Oilers to center ice. Hall. Broken up by Shattenkirk. Nugent Hopkins will drop it back for Justin Schultz. And Ferentz goes for a skate back on the goal. Nugent Hopkins to center ice. Off a stick to Pietrangelo. And now turning back to center is Roy. And off the boards and in. Oilers there to turn it back the other way. Eberle fires it down the ice. Not far enough for icing.
Chris Porter gets on the ice and takes down Ryan Nugent Hopkins, and now Ken Hitchcock has got Max Lapierre and Porter on the ice.
With Oshie. And Lapierre battles down low, takes a bit of a shot. Squirts back for Koliakovo. Now for Cole, winds up and a drive, and a stick save by Brizgalov, and that goes out of play. Well, struggling to find the right gift for the Blues fan in your family? How about a Blues holiday pack? Holiday packs include 5 great games, and you also get a Blues scarf for every 2 packs purchased. Visit stlouisblues.com/holiday packs for more details.
We could certainly have used some of those scarves here in balmy Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Tarasenko trying to jam it in. Now Payarvi. For the last 3 weeks, the Blues have been in Winnipeg, where the high was about -10. They were in Ottawa last week, where there was a snowstorm and, 5 below for the high, and it's balmy here today. It was about 0 degrees. Here's Perron with it, a shot. Glove save by Elliott on David Perron.
Good save right there. Perron's best chance of the game, and he tries to go to the glove side, and Elliott reads that one perfectly. No room there. The Blues with one of their rare turnovers in their own zone.
2 minutes left here in the third period. Now Joensuu almost gave it up. The Blues have almost played an error-free game in their own end in the last 2 periods. Edmonton 4 shots in that second and 5 here in the third. Joensuu down low. Shattenkirk dropped his stick. On the line to Petrie. Oh, what a little toe drag move there. And a drive blocked by Shattenkirk. Center by Joensuu. And that's tipped away by Oshie. And Oshie wanders to center ice.
Yeah.
And he makes about 10 moves and now dumps it in.
Well, the boys want to protect the front of the net now, not give up those quality scoring chances late. Braun had one, and there was one right after that. And holding on to this 6-0 lead.
You want to preserve that shutout. Koliakovo for Cole. And that's tipped along by Morrow. Oh, stolen in front of Morrow, wide open. To Cole, a shot, and he missed it. Man, they're just trying to feed Stewart every time they can. Morrow is in his slot, 10 feet out. And Berglund with it for the Blues. No question, this has been their best game of the season, this line. And it's been building the last, 3 weeks or so?
Yeah, it has been. It's been trending this way. No question about that. And, you know, it coincides with Brendan Morrow jumping on the line, adds that grit, adds that accountability, really has kept up the spirits, too, of Stewart when things weren't going well earlier in the year. That's why you sign a guy like Brendan Morrow. He's been invaluable.
And a shot tipped wide. 7 seconds left. Eberle with it. Backhander. Ends up in the corner. And that'll do it. The Blues get a shutout from Brian Elliott and win it 6-0 behind a 4-point night from Stewart.
14th shutout in 75 starts since joining the Blues for the 2011 and 2012 season. And the Edmonton Oilers on home ice get outshot 33-23 and outscored 6-0. Who do you think our Bud Light player of the game is? Holy jumping, crack open a cold one. It's Chris Stewart. 3 goals and 1 helper all over the ice. Plenty of chances in this game. 4 shots and a +3 at even strength. 5-on-5. Some terrific play by Morrow, Roy, and Stewart.
Blues win it going away 6-0 the final here at Edmonton.